Hey, this is Don from Padlock Technologies again. As promised, here is the lab about transparent firewalling on the FTD. Now, this is going to be the inline set version of transparent firewall. If you look at my last video about transparent firewall theory, you will learn a little bit more detail about what an inline set is and why it is better than, in my opinion, traditional transparent firewalling. So we're going to focus down here in this area, which is, you already saw the ASA clustering. So we're going to focus on this firewall right here for transparent firewalling. Now, again, this firewall is in routed mode, and we're going to see that when I log into the FMC. And then I'm going to show you a little bit more detail about inline sets. So let's log in here. Yep, I'm already logged in somewhere else. So I'm just going to log in. We've all seen this beautiful screen, so I don't need to go into how the FTD looks, but we're going to network in here. Then I'm going to go to my devices, go to device management. So just to validate, like I said before, where is it at? Here it is. So this is the transparent firewall here. Now, as you can see, it is in routed mode. This is not in transparent mode. If it was traditionally, if I just set this up in an initial configuration and said, hey, put it in transparent mode to begin with, this would say transparent. So this is in this is in routed mode. So now let's go to the edit here. So as you can see, do you see any IP addresses on any of these interfaces? Absolutely not. And here's the key here. So I have a logical name of inline set outside, inline set inside. These security zones are inline set only, are inline security zones. So these are like layer 2 inline zones. Inline mean bumping the wire. So if I go here to objects here, and we're going to go look at the security zone. So we'll go to our security zones here, go to interface. And as you can see, this is the difference. When you're doing layer 3, everything from an interface type is routed. When you're doing inline sets, aka layer 2, everything is on inline. And even the icon looks different. So this is an inline set icon. You need to have those set up to do inline sets. So that validates that. Now, from a configuration standpoint, inline sets are fairly easy to do. Again, if you're coming from the Palo Alto world trying to learn FTDs, think about this as a virtual wire. Same thing, Fortinet, you're coming to the FTDs, virtual wire, same literal concept. So now when I hit inline set, I create the inline set. Now here's the crazy thing about this, right? How you set this up is a little weird, because the first thing you got to do is you give it, if you added these zones already, here's what's going to happen. Once you give this the name and you save it, and you go back to inline set and you add the interface names, it removes it out of the security zone. So what you have to do from an order of operation standpoint is give it the name, add it to the inline set, and then go back and add its respective zone to the interface, right? And then you can do policy. So we hit edit here. Here's the inline set. That's the name of the inline set. From an advanced standpoint, tap mode means you really can't do anything. Propagate link state means you want to propagate whether the links are up and down from each side, right? And this is what happens when you have two switches, right? Because if you don't have this and you're running like a trunk or something like that, now the trunks may have some problems because you're not propagating the link state. I really don't do strict TCP enforcement. And then the snort fail open mode. So this says if the snort engine is down, keep going, right? Keep behaving as if you were, going through your inline set. If you uncheck this, if the snort engine goes down, it brings down the entire inline set. So traffic will cease to work, right? Especially if you're sending this through IPS, snorts down, traffic will stop working, and then you have a problem. But again, if it's down, traffic will go unrestricted. So that's what tells you right here, enabling snort fail open might allow traffic unrestricted, meaning if snort is down, it will not inspect the traffic until snort comes back up. So that's that. Now, how does it look like from a rule standpoint? Same thing, nothing different. Now, before we even get into this, The reason why I'm doing this rule the way it is because I'm actually inspecting the traffic. You could get really granular with it, but you now need to do enable logging so you can see what type of traffic is going through your inline set and then create the more specific rules. So if we go to our policy here, we go to access control policy and here it is. So here is the inline set. So once again, I'm just allowing everything to go through. I'm logging it. I have Eve enabled and stuff like that, but I also have my inspection malware policy, my variable sets set up. So let's take a look at this rule here. As you can see, this is saying it can initiate from the inside or the outside. Since this is a transparent firewall, or since this is an inline set, traffic could come from the outside in. So I don't want to block that, or I don't want to create this way. I don't have to create two additional rules. This is a bi-directional rule in one rule, right? Because it can initiate from either side. And then obviously I have my IPS variable set malware policy and I'm logging the traffic. So let's go to analysis. Let's go to our unified defense. And then you just push this out to the firewall. And then once the inline set is up, everything will be working the way it's supposed to. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to validate some things here. I have this remote PC over here. Now, again, because logging can take forever, I already have traffic going through the internet. So right now I have traffic going through this not secure access, this SD-WAN router up here that's going to Umbrella. So as you can see, the transparent or the inline set is here. So I have a switch here and I have the core switch here. The subnet for that is 10.254.1.0. I have DHCP already running. So if I right click, and this is Windows 8, by the way, because somebody might ask what version of Windows is that. This is Windows 8. So we go in here, and if I do ipconfig, you will see I have a 10.254.1.10 address, and that's coming from my AD. So if I were to ping, now my AD server is 10.172.1.1. So if I go to try to ping that, 72.1.1, that's going through the inline set. So that validates that the inline set is working. If I was to open up Chrome here, which I'm going through my inline set to the SD-WAN router up to the internet, what I could technically do is let's go to www. Hopefully my time is right. We go to nba.com. This may take a little while here, because obviously I don't have that much resources applied to this node. So this may or may not take a little time. Plus I'm pegging my server. So I'm not expecting this to actually work. Let me just make sure I can ping the internet. And yep, looks like Chrome just crashed on me for some odd reason. Oh, that's not going to work because that's a comma. There we go. Yeah, so this is what happens when you pegging your server. I have so many things running. I have, Cisco Secure Network Analytics running. So maybe time for me to update my server. Cisco, if you got some digital trash you want to send my way, meaning you're getting rid of some USC servers, your boy could always use a beefy one, so I could start doing some Catalyst Center videos, but that's a joke. But it's not if you're serious. So here we are at the internet. So we went past the transparent firewall. I keep calling it a transparent firewall, but it's technically a routed firewall using inline sets, but it's in transparent. So we go here, certificate is secure. If we look at the certificate, this should show me my my Umbrella certificate. So SSL decryption is happening in Umbrella. If you're not an Umbrella customer, I don't know what you're doing, but we do have a secure access service as well to get you on Umbrella 2.0, or the successor to Umbrella, which is secure access. If you're looking to get that, link in description below. Let's talk. I can get you in there and you can get a whole lot of neat features to protect your clients, or protect your, workers anywhere, anytime, securely. That's our trademark slogan, actually. Anywhere, anytime, securely. Always remember that. So that is the transparent or inline set, and let's validate that in our logs. So I'm going to look at the device itself, and we're going to look at TWF IS. I believe that's how I did it. If not, it's probably underscore. Yeah, I believe it may be underscore. Yeah, it's not dash. Let's refresh it up, apply, and then we should see some stuff popping up pretty soon. Is that what I call that device? Let's look, because sometimes I get this wrong. Yes, all right. Let's go back to that. Or just took forever. Remember, I'm still pegging this machine, so sometimes I don't get immediate logs right away, which is a little bit of a pain, but this is what happens when you're working off virtual. All right, here we go with this again. So let me see if I can find it by source. Now, watch this. The minute I turn off this video, that's when the logs are going to come up, because that's actually what happened to me before when I did a video. Yep. I'm not going to see these logs until late, which sucks, because I really want to show you guys that it went through the transparent firewall, but apparently, or the inline set, but apparently I am not getting logs right now. We'll try this. All right. Let's go back a little bit. I'll say a day ago. Let's see if I can find something there. Yeah. So this is so the logs are taking a little bit to show up. But this is what was coming through the other day. Right? This is what was coming through the other day, because it just, for some reason, now that I'm pegging my lab, logging is just taking forever, which kind of sucks for you guys because you don't get to see a live one, a live update. So, but this is what you would validate. As you can see, these are, malware cloud lookup stuff, file monitor stuff that's allowing it. You see my any inspection rule, which is what I showed you in the access control policy, and then the access the rule. This is the ACE entry. This is the actual rule itself, the ACP, and what device it actually kicked into. So if I actually looked into this a little bit more, we can show some details here. Hopefully this comes up. Well, you can see the details here of everything that was actually done. Eve encryption, saw it. We got some URLs, look like these were Windows updates. Here is the same IP address that you saw from the machine itself. Here's the ingress zone, which is the inline set inside, going on an inline set outside. All right, so this is basically your inline set, which is transparent mode. And to validate, let's go over here just so you guys can see that my next hop is past the inline set here. So if I go show IP internet brief, That is the default gateway for VLAN 1 right there. So that is coming through inline set, going to this switch, and ultimately hitting the remote PC. And just to make sure I'm not losing my marbles, let's look at 5 minutes from now and let's see if the logs will actually start showing up. Yeah, unfortunately this is not going to show up probably till right after I click off of this. So you saw traffic was working, you saw internet was working, you saw everything was working, just the logs is just taking forever to show up because I'm pegging my lamp. This is Don from Padlock Technologies. I really hope you like this video showing you the inline set feature on an FTD. You could just go to transparent mode, but like I said in my theories videos, if you do that and you want to go back to routed mode now, you have to basically blow out all the configurations, start over. Just avoid all that by using inline sets. Hopefully this video was informative. Don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe. Please comment. Keep my brain active by asking me questions. Hope you guys appreciate it. Thank you and have a nice day.